Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me here today, the 19th of August of 2022, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Hope you're all doing well. We're just before the weekend, as the moon is at the last minutes in the sign of Taurus, connecting with Mars. Mars and the moon are conjoined at the last degrees of Taurus. Remember that Taurus is where the North Node is, and a lot of fated things are going on, playing out. It's got a lot to do with karma, dharma. This is your divine spread, and a lady in my last upload, she suggested divine spread. She misses it. I haven't been doing these because I've been doing other things, but thank you for commenting, and I always do take into account what those people who follow me, what they desire, what they wish for. So here is your divine spread, which I usually used to do on a Friday, sometimes on a Sunday. So either before the weekend or at the end of the weekend. So let's see, divine spread, which is my own spread, my dear friends, which I love to do. It's a long reading. I do offer it on my website as well. This layout, which is my own creation, which I've got a soft spot for. I love this spread myself because we've got a position of what is hidden, and we've got the other position of what the divine, or what the planetary alignments, how they affect us and what can come through. What are the opportunities, the possibilities, the drawbacks, the help from spirit. So just trying to tune in, my dear friends. Oh my God, what's this? The King of Summer. Let me give you some more light. The King of Cups. I did not notice that he's open, and I always sort of, I pre-shuffle the cards. I took 3 cards. The King of Summer has shown up twice. I put them in properly, so I don't know what happened. This is weird. I don't know if you noticed when I was shuffling. Did any of you see him open? This is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. He actually wanted to show up. So what's going on here? Do we have more cards that are open? Okay. This is the Fairy Tarot, my dear friends. So if you're interested in this deck, it's the Fairy Tarot. It's Doreen Radley and Virtue and Radley Valentine, the Fairy Tarot cards. Okay, what's going on here? Or is it an illusion? Am I being confused here? Tricked? No. I don't know why. I thought there were other cards that were open. Okay, what's going on, dear Spirit? Spirit's playing tricks with me, with my eyes. Mercury's transiting through Virgo. It is in a good position, a strong position where logic, communication is concerned. With the moon on Mars at the last degrees of Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign, there could be emotional frustration or emotional excitement, because remember that fixed earth Taurus does not like change, and Mars has been doing the work as he's been transiting through Taurus. So Mars knows that he's at the last moments before he enters Gemini, and he prefers being in an air sign. Fire and air work well together, whereas Mars in Taurus has been, we've all felt a little bit confined and that nothing is moving, even though we're challenged for changes pertaining to the North Node and what is fated. Happy birthday, dear Leo, as the sun in the next few days is going to finish up in its home sign and prepare. The sun is preparing to ingress into Virgo. So it'll be all about service to the world. It's a time, I mean, fun times are practically over with the sun moving through Leo. We're coming to the end of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a time to roll up those sleeves and provide a service, do work. Virgo, that's what Virgo is all about. Get grounded, get into business. It's time for business. As we're going to have a new moon as well on the 27th in Virgo, so that a new seed is planted. Dear Spirit, can you please guide me with a divine spread for my beloved people that are watching me, those that are needing answers pertaining to love relationships, relationships to others, business, whatever it is. A divine spread is a general spread. We'll see what comes up. So thank you for your guidance, Spirit. Thank you for guiding us on what's going on around the 19th of August, or whenever you get to view this message. I guess it will be important for you. King of Cups, someone very sacrificing, loving, sweet, romantic. Now, many of you that follow me, you know I don't do reversals, so if the King of Cups were to be in the reversed, he would be someone that's emotionally not available or emotionally unbalanced, okay? As we know, times have been quite challenging, astrologically speaking, and as above, so below. So let's see with the divine spread, what's at the foundation, what's the seed of this reading. The Queen of Spring, Queen of Summer, we could say. This is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So it's all about creation, generosity of spirit, being open, being very powerful, courageous, and also having the ability to create. Remember the Queen of Wands, she is very much about confidence. She's all about magnetism, passion, desire. So she's got that creative streak. She's quite brilliant, very talented. The sun has been moving through Leo. She's more Leo for me. So as an energy, it's with the sun having moved through Leo and still continuing for the next few days. This is all about believing in yourself. Also, this could be someone else in your life. Someone that wants to help you, wants to be there for you, someone that's very generous with you. Okay. And there's great loyalty here and friendship with this queen. Let's see what is hidden. We've got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is our perception of feeling blocked. A perception of being surrounded by obstacles, and this is like games, you know, and I feel that this is not your energy. This is what is hidden. So it may have to do with another person. Could be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. They're feeling blocked in something, not believing in themselves. So it's interesting, you know, swords are air. We've got air and fire. It is all about action. It is all about movement. Someone is feeling powerless, okay? And they've got a lack of confidence. So we've got two extreme opposite energies here. Recent past, Seven of Summer, Seven of Cups. Pisces energy, could be any water sign, I suppose, but Seven of Cups can be lots of doors, opportunities, but it can also speak to a lack of clarity, illusion, being disillusioned. Maybe a sense of procrastination. Someone needs to make a decision here. And the card speaks of too much over-analyzing, being over-analytical about things and, not making some sort of a decision to move forward. Let's see what is going on in the now, possibly. Another 7. 7 of Pentacles being stuck. 7s speak to difficult turn of events or not feeling confident. This could speak to 7 years, 7 months. It is the Saturnian number. 7 is also the Chariot, so it can speak to possible movement, a change of home and residence, but someone needs to make a decision before they can move towards victory. This could also be talking about the month of July. Someone's been stuck from July, the month of July. Someone's looking at what they've invested themselves in, or someone is in a hurry, but maybe they need to wait because of practical matters. So there is possibility of creation here. Someone's been invested in something. Maybe someone's been working really hard. They felt as though they blocked all work and no play. It hasn't been an easy Leo season. As we know, Leo is squared by the nodes, the North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. Someone is strategizing and planning their next steps. They're needing to make a decision. So someone is really thinking of, what they've been invested in. Do they continue investing in that same situation? Whether it's work, home, play, whatever it is, love. Let's see what's crowning. What's on your mind? We've got the Hermit, and the Hermit showed up for me before. So yes, it's the Virgo energy that's sort of, that we're coming into. Someone's looking for advice, searching for a mentor, someone that can give them advice. Could be a legal person, could be a psychologist. Someone is needing to have a talk to someone that's quite wise. Someone may be looking into the stars, looking into the astrology, looking into tarot. But this is also someone having gone within, soul searching. Someone has been growing spiritually as well, obviously. They've needed to trust. Remember that the Hermit comes after the 8, which is the Strength card. Someone is needing to trust in their abilities, but they're needing to sort of fine-tune before they're ready to come out of the darkness. They're needing to see the light. Now, I feel that the energies of Virgo and Leo here very strongly. So it's probably the energies or the, what we're surrounded what we're surrounded with, the energies that are surrounding us. So Virgo is perfectionism, remember. Leo is fire. It's all about confidence. But Virgo is more about needing to do the work, probably trying to read between the lines, trying to catch any details that have been missed, possibly, of what we're hoping to create. Remember, the Hermit is a major arcana. It's a 9, one step before that Wheel of Fate, divine timing. What is the action and advice? We've got the Two of Winter. There is the decision card. It's still talking about indecision, but the advice is that someone needs to make a decision, choose between two situations. And it's saying that someone is in two minds because they're probably trying to please all. The card is advising here that one needs to make a choice that works for them. What is best for them and their heart? What is it that they want to create? And we cannot please everyone, right? Remember, Queen of Wands, which is more the Leo energy for me. It's Leo is, Leo is the individual, the leader. But sometimes Leo can, the shadow side of Leo can be ego, but it does speak to strong success and confidence and generosity. But Leo needs to feel happy in themselves, do what is necessary for them before they can be generous with others. Whereas Virgo is more about sacrifice. If you think of Virgo, Pisces is right opposite on the same axis. So Virgo works double jobs, they do twice the amount of work because they're all about service to others. They're all about sacrifice. Now they can be discerning, which is a very good thing many times because maybe they go overboard in helping others. So what I feel here, the cards are saying, the spread is saying so far, is that someone that's always been giving, someone that could possibly be a leader, they've got the leadership, they've got the leader within them, but they've, and I feel with that full moon in Aquarius that's happened recently, which is right opposite Leo, right? Aquarius, being part of a group, but doing things differently, connecting to others. Remember, we've had a new moon. The last new moon we had was in Leo, and that's all about being confident. Remember, it's the seed that's planted. Leo is creation. It's happiness. It's fun. What I get from here is that someone's been all work and no fun, and they've come to a point where they're split between their love for providing a service to others, loving others above themselves. So a sense of sacrifice. I think we need to come back to the base here, which is the Leo energy, that new moon in Leo that's happened, which is coming to an ending at the end of this month. On the 27th, we're going to have a new moon in Virgo. So I think that there's a tear between providing a service to others, doing what makes others happy first before thyself. The cards here are saying it's time to make yourself happy, do what is right for you. Decide for you first, and then once you're happy, once you've sustained, you've given yourself that sustenance, which could be anything. It could be practical matters, it could be emotional matters. You need to sustain your happiness, yourself first before you can provide to others. So that's what the cards are saying for me up to here. And that could be in relation to the person you're thinking of or to you. Take the messages as they resonate. So the strongest card here so far is the Hermit, which is the only major arcana. Let's see what is the possible outcome. And we've got the Nine of Wands, which shows someone that's at the end of the road. I mean, they've gone through a lot, right? But they're still standing. And it speaks to someone who's protecting everything they've worked for and what they've built. It speaks to a preparation for possible challenges that may lie ahead. It also speaks to trying to conserve your energy. So that comes back to what I was talking about. You need to reserve some energy. You need some sustenance, emotional, practical, physical, feeding of the soul of thyself to be able to handle what is ahead. Remember, nines, as is the Hermit, they do speak to endings, where there's a possible new beginning. So again, more fire here, and we did have the first card was all about fire, Queen of Wands. She holds that Ace of Wands, which is the completion, let's say, here. So she's got the ability to put an end to what she's been going through, but we're at the last moment here. So let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the Three of Winter, and that is another card that showed up for me before. Three of Swords. So yes, there has been some sort of disappointment or heartbreak. We do see a bear here, so we've got that ability and confidence and leadership of the bear. The bear could also speak to someone taking the power within their hands and leading. They've got the ability to do that. They've got the power within them. Now, it does speak to a sense of protection with a bear or a strong influence. someone who is quite influential here, but maybe has been humbled, they've had some sort of a disappointment. It also speaks to someone that maybe has been humbled, someone that's usually quite powerful, but they're needing to reach out to others for comfort and love. What is beneath here? And remember, the bear can also speak to someone who is a mother or someone that's mothering others, someone who could be an entrepreneur that holds a position of power. So therefore, there's been some disappointments pertaining to career possibly. And this is Mars in Aries, the bear. The bear is Mars in Aries, and Mars has been quite weak in Taurus. So Mars recently has passed through Aries. So obviously someone's been humbled pertaining to their values, their resources, and to self-worth issues. There is the devil and ego. Yes, someone, I feel, someone's ego has taken hitting a beating. And with the energies that have been playing out, yes, this grand fixed cross, you know, the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, have taken quite a beating, and we've all got those signs somewhere in our own personal birth chart. So I want to take the divine position. Let's see what's going on with the divine. What is the advice here? We know the devil speaks to karma. It speaks to blockages, limitations, fears, toxicity, narcissism, blockages. We've got the sun. Here is the energy of Leo. It speaks to plans that work out perfectly. Also amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude. We need to have gratitude for the blessings that are around the corner for us. This is what Spirit is saying here with the sun. Remember, the sun is the ability to create. It does speak to happiness, and I did get the energy of Leo with this first card. Here is the sun. The sun can speak to possible reconciliation. If this is a love relationship, doesn't have to be. This could be pertaining to a family relationship, a friendship. All relationships, partnerships as well. The sun does speak to vitality and life force, clarity, and happiness. We've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is, it is a victory card. It is seeing the truth. It is clearing out all the pain, going through a healing process. It does say to not be deterred by challenges along the way. Some of you have been seeking clarity. Some of you maybe have been ghosted also from someone. We see the Hermit. Someone needed to go through some sort of understanding, and they've been in hiding, in hermit mode. This is going to be clear communication. And I do believe with Mercury transiting through Virgo, these are possibilities where there is logic. There's the ability to see what's been missed, right? The ability of Mercury in Virgo is possibly having the ability to read between the lines, maybe. And I've been talking about that recently, that someone is sort of looking back at old messages, maybe through social media. Messages through social media, something's been missed. And this could also possibly speak to a new idea that someone is implementing. And we've got the Nine of Winter, the Nine of Swords here. So the Ten of Swords. We add them together. We've got the Ten of Swords, just like the Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So a lot of fire and air, my dear friends, as Mars is going to step into Gemini. Mars is fire, Gemini is air. A lot will be happening. Gemini is all about communication, right? It does pertain to we're going through a learning curve. Mars will be there for 7 months, so there'll be a lot of communication, a lot of chattering, a lot of back and forth, siblings, with relatives, with people that live close to you and in your environment. Remember, Gemini is all about logic and communication and curiosity, decision making. So a lot will be happening. We're going to learn a lot of things. We're going through a learning curve. And remember that Gemini also speaks to commerce and business. So doing business, remember Gemini is like the office in the your office, right? Where you do your paperwork. Anything to do with communication, anything to do with technology, anything to do with gadgets. And with Mercury, with Mars retrograding there, Mercury also, which rules Gemini, speaks to short distance travel. So some problems pertaining to the ability to move, short distance travel. And we've got Temperance here. So number 14, this is Archangel Michael. Temperance does speak to patience, the ability to heal, divine timing. We do see the lion here. And the lion does relate to, again, Leo, leadership. Someone is trying to take everyone's input into consideration and trying to merge viewpoints, sort of trying to be the person that's going to bring balancing. Someone is trying to become wise. Remember, this is Jupiter. Jupiter is wisdom. It's the ability to expand and see things with a through that higher mind, through a higher level, through those spiritual lens, through that spiritual lens. So it does speak to justice as well. I mean, Jupiter does speak to justice and truth. And remember that Jupiter is very adventurous and very expansive. The Spirit is saying things will come into balance as long as everyone is in position. That's why this is a card of divine timing. That Spirit wants everyone to be in position. All situations need to be perfect. And it is speaking of there's no necessity to rush, right? Remember, Jupiter is retrograde. He is retrograde, so we're looking at old situations. He's revisiting the past. There is the King of Cups, my dear friends. There he is. He did want to show up. So Sagittarius, we've got Scorpio. Could be someone that's on the cusp with Sag. And Scorpio could be a Scorpio or another water sign, I suppose. But Scorpio is more potent here. Scorpio being fixed water. And if it is a Scorpio that we're talking about, they are dealing with past karma because the South Node is in Scorpio. This could possibly also be someone that's at a physical distance to you, someone that comes from a different area of the world, has held different beliefs to what you did, was raised very differently to what you were. But we know that the King of Cups is usually someone that's quite nurturing, sacrificing, someone that's very giving. And this could be the person we are talking about here. That's and they could also hold Leo. They could be someone that's a leader, someone that needs to be more confident, someone that's trying to provide for others, but maybe sacrificing. And the advice for them is now, but they need to love, nurture, and sustain their own self. Now, this could also be, we've got a Queen of Wands and we've got a King of Cups here. Two quite different individuals. And there could also be ego here. If we're talking Leo and Scorpio, we're talking about two fixed signs that are quite, we know that the King of Cups, the King of Cups, he is a king, so he's gone through those emotional experiences, or he's very much about his emotions. Maybe he's drowning. Maybe he's drowning in his emotions. Maybe he is emotionally unbalanced. We know that water is recessive. Fire is more aggressive, more about taking the action. So it's up to the divine feminine to take the action here. But there's a possibility also that there's fire, strong fire in this king's chart, whoever this is for you, because he is sitting on the Three of Wands, so he is close to fire. We do have a fair bit of fire here. Now Pisces is quite prominent as well with the Seven of Cups here. And we've got a fair bit of air, so I don't know where the air comes in here. It's more about the perception. We've got the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. So there is strong air here as well. Beneath that, we've got the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. So we've got a couple of threes here, which could speak to other people being involved. This could be a situation pertaining to work. The Three of Pentacles does speak to being noticed for someone's talents, their abilities, but it also speaks to possible expansion. But Three of Wands, sort of being noticed for someone's abilities, the work that they've put in. Three of Wands is all about waiting on those you know, that payback or the rewards. But also this could speak to waiting on someone's ships to come in. Three of Wands does speak to physical distance as well. And because we've got Temperance here, Spirit is saying, temper yourself. Okay, you need to get grounded. You need to be balanced where practical matters and emotional matters are concerned. We've got the Five of Water, Five of Cups here, which does speak to regrets pertaining to the past. We've got the Five of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So it's been difficult. Emotionally, it's been difficult. Fives and sevens are quite conflictual. Beneath that is the Seven of Swords. There's been stealth and sneakiness, and there is the Chariot. Another seven. So Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, all the sevens. July has been very important. Something's been going on in July. Let's take the Karma Dharma here and see what's going on before we take more cards. Lots of sevens, and we've come to a lot of nines. So there is change. There's transition. Oh my God, I cannot talk. There is a sense of transitioning. But I did speak to traditions again, and I spoke of, that word came through, so I need to sort of hone in on that. So maybe someone's been very traditional and they've been humbled, where, remember, Saturn has been in the story very strongly pertaining to the astrology. Saturn was on that full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is about being untraditional, doing things differently. Saturn is all about traditions and the way things always used to be done. So let's see what the Karma Dharma is, dear Spirit. Thank you. We've got Strength, and Leo is strong here. The Strength card, someone understanding that they've got the ability to have the courage to move forward, right, and get unstuck. Remember, Leo is fixed fire, but Leo has been the area of Leo in the chart, and anyone who holds strong Leo personally, they've been challenged by the eclipses, by life, by fate. They've been challenged to take leadership to trust in their abilities. Remember that Leo also speaks to a strong passion and desire. It's a very sexual energy. And I do see it as a trust card as well. So let's take some Lenormand, my dear friends. I did speak of a very strong Leo and Virgo energies. We've got another Leo card. We've got the Hermit here as well. We've got the Sun. So I don't know if it's about the timing, or it's these just, you know, someone's sun sign, their moon sign, their rising sign, their Venus. You would know in your own personal story what that means for you. Let's see what is going on with the Lenormand. We've got the Ring. We've got the Divine Masculine here. Something to do with commitments, and he's looking towards the Ring, some sort of a commitment, a cycle that's been hard for them to close. This Divine Masculine. We've got two aces. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups here. Wow. Okay, so we've got, this is like the, this is the Knight of Wands. So the Sagittarian energy comes through. Someone who maybe travels for work, someone who's desiring change or movement, new beginnings. Now this is number 11, which can speak to conflict, debates, objections, not being on the same page. It could possibly speak to, because it's a number 11, so Libra comes up for me as well, and 11 is like a portal for me, a difficult portal in this case. Some sort of injustices, possible separation and divorce from a commitment, from a marriage. A commitment doesn't have to be only a marriage. It could be a contract. Some sort of a work contract. And we've got the Ten of Cups here with a dog. And the dog does speak to loyalty. Something long-lasting. The dog also speaks to friendships. The dog is a number 18, which brings up the moon energies, so pertaining to fears that the other person may not be loyal, they haven't been loyal. Ten of Cups does speak to possible bliss. Now the dog does speak to support and devotion and obedience as well. I feel that this Divine Masculine, whoever this is, their loyalties have been challenged. Maybe they've been obedient and following traditions and following the way things have always been done, pertaining to, could be a marriage, could be a contract, could be the way they always did things. But there's conflict. This could be the internal conflict, which turns, the conflict starts from within, from their subconscious, right? So a little voice screaming in their head, those red flags, which has turned into an environmental conflict. That's what I get here. So there's doubts pertaining to loyalty, and if this is a relationship, this is the Ten of Cups, which speaks to a lot of happiness, but it could possibly speak to this Divine Masculine, where they've been loyal, now they're sort of been challenged by that. And remember, we've got the possible Ten of Swords here, which speaks to betrayal. So with who they've been loyal towards, they've been stabbed in the back, possibly. So they would be leaving a family situation, possibly going through separation or divorce. I want to take one more card on the dog. We've got the, the Fox. Nine of Wands. The Fox does speak to sneakiness. Someone's been loyal. The other person has been quite sneaky. The fox speaks to someone going through difficult timing, someone having, the fox can speak to a thief, trickery and suspicion, someone being very cautious. Or someone's trying to find an intelligent way. They've been through a lot. They're trying to figure out an intelligent way. It does have to do with the past. Intelligent way to pull something off. Something that they've always wanted. And we've got the bear here. So the bear is a number 15, which speaks to the Saturnian energy. And there's the 10 of Wands. There is the 10 of Wands. So again, the bear, someone needing to have the confidence to take a leadership. Now, someone could be, may have been very loyal to a mother figure. Someone that maybe they share children with. It could be their mother, their own mother, which they've been very loyal towards, but now they need to love, sustain, and nurture their own needs, because 15 is like the devil, which we've seen in the deck here, right? Was it here that we saw the devil? No. Where did we see the devil? We saw the devil as we were shuffling. I cannot remember where we saw the energy of the devil. Oh, wow. But what I did see is beneath the Chariot, we've got the Queen of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, and there's been change, or there's a physical distance, 8 of Cups. Someone leaving a situation that did not make them happy and moving towards someone that's much more loving, Queen of Cups, right? With 8 of Cups going on to the Queen of Cups, to a possible wish fulfillment. But to get to one's wish fulfillment, someone has been trusting their intuition that they need to move on, move towards a wish fulfillment, being open emotionally. Queen of Cups is very sacrificing, but she's also about strong intuition. After the Queen of Cups was the Chariot. And the Chariot, remember, is needing to make a decision. Make that choice. Here is the anchor. So someone's been anchored. They've been grounded. 9 of Swords. Lots of worries. Lots of a big heavy burden. This is the 10 of Wands as well. So a marriage, a toxic marriage, a toxic commitment, a toxic relationship filled with worries and heaviness. And 8 of Pentacles, the key. Someone's been working very hard, pertaining to an open wound, possibly looking for a resolution. This could be a possible someone wanting to move homes. But it's been really hard. It's been really, really hard. As Saturn has been hounding us and pounding us with blockages. Obviously, someone needed to shake the past off them and do things in a radical, different way. Where they haven't been able to do that, Uranus on the North Node has come in and is shaking them to the core. Right, and this could also possibly, Uranus is also the divine, it's spirit, sending us signs and synchronicities on how to. Remember, we've got a 14 here. I don't know if this speaks to the 14th of this month of August, which today is the 19th, or possibly 5 days from now, or in 14 days from when you receive this message. Could it be possibly also the 14th of September? Could be, because we've got the 14th of the 9th month, which is September. So I'm going to take another deck for more clarity. Let's see what's going on. The Fox speaks to Pluto and Scorpio. It speaks to difficult timing, suspicion, someone being very cautious, or some sort of information that's come in, maybe pertaining to suspicions and trickery and theft, as I said. And that speaks to money or relationships or family member, which brings a major ending. The Ten of Pentacles does speak to an ending of a cycle. Someone is needing support from family, from those that they call their tribe. The suspicion may be pertaining to a theft of money or finances, or it's something's been figured out that there's been disloyalty. Theft or suspicion pertaining to a family member as well here. Extended family, possibly. Let's see what this Queen of Wands is all about. We've got the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So some sort of nostalgia pertaining to the past, something that this Queen desired. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. Lots of cups, lots of emotional things playing out pertaining to the past. And maybe this says that in the past, in the deep past, there was a wish fulfillment, a connection with a soulmate. Someone that felt like a soulmate for some of you. Let's see. Or that this Queen has created something from the past which gave her emotional balance and happiness. This card fell through on the Eight of Swords, which is what's hidden. What is hidden? We've got the Ace of Wands, which can speak to finding a way out of blockages, or the desire being so strong that someone will overcome and they'll find a creative outlet. The desire is so strong that they will figure out how to get out of these blockages. This could be a creative block as well, pertaining to a some sort of a job or something that is very much desired to be created. It can speak to a sexual connection as well. Ace of Wands is a very strong desire. Remember, I spoke of the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Wands here in the reading on my table. So possibly for some of you, there could be strong creative juices, very sexual connection, and an age difference. We've got the Three of Pentacles. So I don't know if this is a work situation or that there's the ability to expand and grow, overcoming the blockages through finding, maybe also getting some information from third parties that will help someone get out of this mental block or this perception of feeling blocked. Remember, the Ace of Wands I see as the light switch. The light comes on. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which also speaks to, it's Virgo energy, so it's putting in the effort. Lots of grounding here and lots of possibilities, but this is not only to use your mind, one to use their mind, but also to work through practical matters. But there is a bright idea. There's, you know, someone is seeing the light here on how to manifest. Let's look at the Seven of Cups here. We've got the Five of Swords. So recent past, there's been competition, there's been power struggles here, some ego as well, possibly. There's the Queen of Cups. Okay, so maybe recently there's been some sort of a meeting or a get-together which opened lots of doors, which was quite magical. Someone felt quite successful about this. There was success and happiness where matters of heart and the ability to create are concerned, but there was also third parties and competitive energies. Now, a perception of maybe distrust or illusion here. Now, this could also speak to someone that has many, many choices. They've got lots of open possibilities here, but they're in a difficult situation because there's a strong competition. It could be connected to career as well. So I feel here that someone is torn between their career, their success, and their heart. Matters to do with the heart. What's that Seven of Pentacles? We've got the Fool card here. So a new cycle, a possible new cycle. Someone is preparing to take that adventure, to take that journey. Could be a physical journey. Yeah, someone is believing in themselves. There is the Strength card. So it's just about powering up. We've got Leo and Aries here. A lot of fire, a lot of desire. So the in the now position, there is a possible, someone is taking leadership and they're going to be confident they will take that risk. So the energies start to change, start to move. Let's look at the Hermit. Oh my God, the Hermit again. There's the Eight of Swords once more. And there is the King of Wands here. And this card is screaming, take me, take me. But the King of Wands we know is powerful. He's ready to take the action. He knows that he's got the ability to do this. And he's following his desires. He's seen the light. He's found a way to create what it is that he is passionate about. And could be Sagittarius, could be a Leo, could be someone that's got Virgo in their chart. Could be Virgo moon, possibly. Virgo moon would be someone that gives from, you know, emotionally. They mother other people. They're there for others and they're workaholics. So this King of Wands, but now he's had missed chances with this Four of Cups, or he's been in a, where his emotional happiness is concerned, he hasn't been happy and he's been looking for a way to get out of that, or hoping for those missed opportunities from the past. He's chasing those missed opportunities maybe. He's ready to take action. Oh my God, there he is. There is the Knight of Wands, which I spoke of. Now, he fell on the Sun here, so Leo is very strong. Actually, I'm going to leave it on the Sun. I'd like to look at the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords in the action and advice. We've got the Chariot and the Ace, the Magician. Here, someone is making a decision, and they're going to be communicating that. As above, so below. Someone's been enlightened from sign synchronicities. They've made a decision to move. They've decided on what they want to manifest. And remember that the Magician is also great intelligence. For some of you, this could be someone is making a choice to leave someone that was very much the trickster. Two major arcana on that Two of Swords. So we've got Cancer and we've got Gemini and Virgo. What is the possible Nine of Wands? Actually, I don't want to take the Nine of Wands. The outcome I'm going to take from the same deck. I'd like to look at the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords here. I'll take 3 cards on that. But we see with the Knight of Wands on the Sun, and look at the Sun. I mean, look at the way the cards speak. Look at the Knight. He is revisiting the past. You could see that he's, usually we've got a child here, someone maybe that was dealing with inner child issues, wounds pertaining to their subconscious. Now they've grown. Can you see that? Look at the similarities. I mean, this is incredible. So plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Now this could be happening as the Sun will leave the area of Leo. And remember that with the Sun transiting through Leo, it is in good connection. Did I flip some cards? It is in good connection to Sagittarius, to fire signs, and to Aries, which is, Aries is up here, right? That's where Jupiter is retrograding. And the Sun trines over to the area of Sagittarius. Where is that in your own personal chart? Let's look at the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords. We've got the High Priestess, and the High Priestess does speak to strong intuition, of course. She's the new moon goddess. This is Virgo Pisces axis. So this could be talking about the around the new moon, August 27th, on the axis Pisces Virgo. So there will be something communicated, something cleared. Swords are all about reckoning and clearing up someone's mind, someone's space. They speak to communication. So where there's been secrecy, there will be truth. Someone does see the light through the help of spirit. The Ace of Swords could also be because the High Priestess can speak to a third party. Where there's been secrecy, there will be understanding, a third party being cut out of the situation. We know that the High Priestess does speak to a great wisdom. She has a deep knowing. We've got the Three of Wands. So we go from a 2 to a 3. And there's the Two of Swords once more. Incredible. You know, the Nine of Swords speaks to unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So someone needing to trust in their intuition and turn their backs on something that did not work for them. Remember the Two of Swords. It's like, I don't have the information, but one needs to trust their intuition. Remember that the Three of Wands comes after the Two, so someone's made their choice, even though they didn't have all the understanding. And we've got the new moon glyph here. So someone maybe is making a choice to turn their back on a situation where there was secrecy, on I would say that they've made a decision. The decision has been made, even though they don't have all the knowledge of everything pertaining to this new moon that's happening in Virgo. This could be just someone that's just over worrying, just looking too much at the details. I feel here, because fire and air, they do speak to, because someone is meditating, right? Fire and air is quite, I mean, it's the energies are picking up. Let's see, because as I said, Mars is going to ingress into Gemini, which Gemini is all about decision making. And there's the Ace of Swords again. So that's 3 swords here. Remember that at the bottom of the deck we had the Three of Swords, which speaks to whatever disappointments, whatever didn't go well. Someone's working through that now. And it's like a last moment thought here. I don't, I'm having those doubts, those self-doubts, but looking back again, because we've got the Ace of Swords twice here, this is powerful, very powerful. And there is the Page of Wands, which is very adventurous, right? It's the messenger. It's he who wants to take that adventure, he who will send out that message, he who is ready to take that leap of faith. Let's take the Nine of Spring, the Nine of Wands. Take a couple of cards and see, possibly pertaining to the possible outcome. For some of you, there's possibly someone is just needing to make a decision, right? Someone is needing to make a decision. Someone does not, and I would say that because we've got Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius, they're mutable signs. So this is someone who doesn't like change. Someone that cannot or doesn't feel comfortable in making the changes. So we're talking about strong, fixed sign. Someone is needing to be more mutable, transmutating. Their life is going through a major overhaul here, and that hasn't been easy, I feel here. But they're guided from their heart. They've been planning on this, but sometimes, things don't always go via our plans. So we need to sort of think on our feet. Let's continue. As I restarted my camera, we've just passed the hour, dear friends. So what's that Nine of Wands? What is that Nine of Wands about? We've got the Ten of Swords here. Oh my God. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. And who likes the Ten of Swords as an outcome? No one. But as I always say, it's the Nine of Swords that's heavier. We've got the Ace of Swords twice here, quite a few swords, so it's got a lot to do with communication, the lack thereof, someone's perception, doubting their own abilities. Okay, so this is a resolution here, and it's saying that, hold on, you're at the end of the difficulties here. And someone is possibly also cutting out an addiction pertaining to being loyal to others. It could be physical addictions, with the Seven of Cups here also speaks to someone who may be taking drugs, trying to drown out their sorrows or trying to escape a situation. So Pisces comes up quite strong. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Eight of Autumn is Virgo, and Virgo is all about doing the work, providing a service. This could also be someone having had enough of doing things for others and maybe now putting in the effort for themselves. Remember, working for their own, on their own behalf. And this is also someone who's got their work cut out for them, but also someone who, I would say, through what they've provided to others, now possibly it's like there's a release here. I feel like it's quite karmic. It's like a sense of dharma, because the Eight of Pentacles, yes, does speak to work, but it does speak to, remember, we've got the Seven of Pentacles and then the Eight. So it does speak to possible stability and abundance. Let's see what else. And we've got the Hanging Man here. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in action. So it is a number 12. It is a major arcana. Obviously, we're going to have, since we're having a new moon in Virgo, we're going to have a full moon in Pisces. So I do feel that the end of waiting and the end of sacrifice is here. This does speak for me. It speaks to the full moon in Pisces around the 10th of September. So someone is going through an awakening. Remember that this is the possibility of closing a major karmic cycle pertaining to blockages, or someone that felt imprisoned. And someone has seen things from a different perspective now. Remember, this is the card of sacrifice. Pisces, and Pisces does speak to compassion, love, empathy, but also it is very much about the divine. Having seen the light, and remember that Jupiter will also be entering Pisces again, so Spirit is gifting us pertaining to the Piscean area of the chart. For some of you, this could speak to some more time, okay, more time, more waiting, because someone is sort of still working. They've got their work cut out for them. 8 of Pentacles, remember? Someone is trying to get to that 10. And 10 does speak to abundance, stability. And of course, 8s, we're in August, the 8th month. I don't know if this is possibly talking to December, the 12th month, possibly. And there is the King of Spring, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. We did have a King of Cups, but we also saw the Queen of Cups. Some of you, it will be a love triangle. For others of you, this is now King of Wands ready to take action. He's the leader. He's up here. It does speak to a financial windfall. Someone's leadership skills are needed now. There's innovation here. There's also someone that is very supportive, an unexpected supporter, someone that could be loyal, someone that is helping you see how to move forward. Here is the 9 of Wands with the fox. Possibly this could also speak to Scorpio energies. With the King of Wands, for me, I do see them many times as well as Scorpio. Remember, the fox can speak to, it is Pluto and Scorpio, so again, Scorpio energy. All right, so what a bit of a thriller of a reading. Wow, you'll have to re-listen, my dear friends. Let's see what the advice is with the Energy Oracle. You have to re-listen. There's a lot of messages here. There's a lot of back and forth. So let's see, dear Spirit, what is the message? What is the message pertaining to this divine spread? What is it that we need to know? What is it? What is the advice? What is it that we need to understand? What's going on pertaining to this divine spread? We've got hostilities and it's in the reverse. And it does remind me of the fire and air energy. Hostilities in the reverse. Let me just show you. Let's read it. We see the hostilities in the 5 of Swords here. We see quite a few conflictual cards, 7s, 5s. Let's read number 26, which equals an 8 again. 8 again, which is the Strength card. So it was in the reverse, so we will read the reversed message. This card reversed marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you, and the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Remember how I spoke about internal self-doubt and, challenges and conflict, internal conflict. This is the end. This is the end, whether it's internal or external. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there may still be some action you have to take, and it may seem on the surface that things are slow in getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Wonderful. Wonderful. So it is quite on point. It is quite on point with lots that we've spoken about here. What I'd like to do, I'd like to take a message from the gods as well, from the Mythic Oracle today. Take it as a message pertaining to this reading, or just a separate message. What is the guidance from the gods, dear Spirit? Which hero, which god is energetically supporting or challenging us for change? We know that changes are never easy. It's in our DNA to not easily fit in or to new environments, or just, get uncomfortable. Dear Spirit, dear gods, what is the advice today? Please guide. And I think that Spirit wants me to take the message. And we have Zeus and the Father. Powerful, my dear friends. Jupiter is here, and he's a number 10, the Father. So we could be talking about someone who's a father figure, someone who is a boss. We know that the Father could also be someone who sits in a powerful position of leadership. We have seen the bear. The bear is usually someone that's more feminine, could be a masculine figure that's very protective of others, right? So let's read Zeus and the Father. We haven't had this card for a while, and remember, this is Jupiter, and we see that Jupiter does hold wisdom, but we see that he's very thoughtful. He's in his thoughts. Number 10. 10 speaks to October, speaks to endings. 10. Zeus is the king of the gods and the lord of men. He is the ruler of the skies and the father of the world. His symbol is the lightning bolt, and he is the last-born son of the Titans Kronos and Rhea. Kronos ate his children, fearing that one would overthrow him as he had overthrown his own father. When Zeus was born, Rhea tricked Kronos, giving him a stone instead of Zeus to eat. Zeus was then reared safely, and when he had grown, he freed his brothers and sisters, and together they overthrew their father and the Titans, allowing Zeus to take his place as king of the Olympian gods. So remember that Zeus freed up his siblings, so he provided a service to others. So I do feel that this does speak truthfully also to this relationship, this reading, possibly where someone is in a position of power who's helping others along on their path as well, right? So sacrificing his own time, his own efforts, and giving to others. And it does speak to a sense of freedom as well. Not only was he freed, but he freed others as well. The message says here, Zeus holds and represents worldly power as the external world. Its structures and power is the realm of the Father. As children, we are born into the realm of the Mother. We are cared for as we explore the realms of self, imagination, and feeling. But when we reach adulthood, we must stand and take our place within the world. So this could also be talking about someone that was following in their father's footsteps, maybe having lost a father earlier on, maybe having a mother that took the father's position, and now this divine masculine, this figure, this person is taking the throne now taking charge, taking leadership. So they've gone through a humbling, maturing situation or chapter in their life where they need to take charge. So they've reached adulthood, and that speaks to Saturnian energies and those humbling energies, right, of Saturn. The realities of standing in the world can often come as a painful shock. Shock would be Uranus. We often feel anger, sadness, and frustration as we are torn out of the realm of the mother and forced to take full responsibility for ourselves in the realm of the father, where we may find things cold, terrifying, or overwhelming. But once we reconcile ourselves with the world and take ownership over our lives, the world of possibility becomes available to us. Only when we take responsibility, and there's the word of Saturn, responsibility, for our lives and truly realize the power that exists within us, do we have the power to create the exact life we desire for ourselves. This is a time for stepping into and owning your power in the world. What kind of life do you want for yourself? Are you living that life? What can you do to ensure that you are creating the life for yourself every day? Decide to take ownership of your life today. The only limitations you have are within your own mind. Decide now how to release those limitations, take a risk, and stand in your power. Taking a risk, right? That new cycle that is ahead of us. And this speaks to all of us, my dear friends. Not only may it speak to the person you are watching this reading for, but also to your own life. Right? All right, I think I will leave it there. I want to thank you all so much for joining me here, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and all that you do for this channel. I hope that this gives you some sort of clarity, and I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend. I will be back. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Ta-da.